Hi guys, it's Paschal here. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about definite purpose. Now, you know that a lot of people say, what's my purpose in life? What's your purpose in life? And a lot of people don't really know why God created them. Now, the reason I want to talk about this topic is I'm going to go through a series of videos to really explain are the qualities that I have seen that is required um, to start a business online. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Paschal Nwanaji. I started my online business in 2017. So ever since I started going through this training, maybe you're looking at this video because you are looking to start a business online and you don't know what's ahead of you, and you want to know what's ahead of you so that you can make the right choices. Now, that's what I do on my YouTube channel. Then you are my guest. What I do is I share my experiences so you can learn from my mistakes. Now, for me, when I started, my main problem was I was not having a great relationship with my spouse. I was literally on the verge of, breaking up, divorce, and I wasn't spending time with my son. So these are the two main key things that I was struggling with. So my idea was, if I start a business online and I'll work from home, then I'll be there. That will allow me to be there with my son, which is true, and be close to my spouse as possible. So all this quarrel will stop. And what it happened, I was able to accomplish that within 18 months thereabout. But I'm not saying that every result is gonna be the same. But the reason most marriages fail, or the reason my marriage was failing then, was because I did not have a definite purpose. What do I mean? I did not make it firm that I am going to do this and communicate that to my spouse and my children. So if you're struggling in your relationship or anything, I want you to look at this. Have you really sat down and told your spouse, this is where we're going to be in 5 years' time? Then we're going to be doing this. Then you create goals to achieve that thing. This is not about going to talk to her to convince her to do it. It's not going to work, because I tried that as well. When I started, I tried to get her to jump on board with me so that we can work as a team. You know what? There's something Les Brown said. He said, you can't convince people on financial independence. If you keep selling them again and again, um, if you convince them, you will keep convincing them over and over and over again. So life is too short to sell somebody that he can actually live the life he wants. If they can't see the vision, you can't give it to them. So you have to keep moving. So I was listening to this personal development thing, and I was hearing that. I'm like, wow, how can I leave my wife behind? But it's not like you're leaving them behind. It's just like, when you're in a plane and they say they're making the safety announcement, they say, give you if you got a kid on your side, a child by your side, they say cover your own oxygen mask first before you help a child. But that's true. Most of us, we look to save our family and our children, look to do all these things, but we haven't really saved ourselves. We might, because for me then, I was in a job that was taking away all my time. My responsibility was sort out how can I provide income with my family. That was my responsibility. So if you are in that phase, you're struggling, you're trying to make ends meet, I want you to get this correctly. You need to create a purpose of what you're going to be doing in 5 years' time. Because look at it this way: if you're in a job and you don't see yourself in that job, I'm not saying jobs are bad. You might change a different job, which is okay. But if what you're doing currently, you don't see yourself 5 years' time, 10 years' time, that's a good indicator to switch. And when you're switching, make sure you create something that you want to be doing 10 years from now. If not, if you just hump from a job to another job, which I did, I was going from job courier to cleaning and all that, and I hated all of them. So you have to, at that point, I just realized I need my own. If you haven't done that round, you can do it if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it, because it's just a waste of time. At the end of the day, I did not have any clear code goals of where I was going. All I just saw was, if anything happens to me, get another job. If you lose this job, get another. So you're jumping from jobs to job. So if you're struggling in that phase, what I want you to understand, the solution is you have to come up with a definite purpose of your life. I read this from the Law of Success and Systems. Nobody is going to give it to you. It's not God is not going to send it to you or anything. You are going to come up with an idea, one idea, and fall in love with that idea. And that idea has to be of service to people. It could be anything. It's just down to you, what you see in the world. Just like Richard Branson went on an aircraft, an airline, jumped on a plane. He didn't get the services he wants. He created a definite purpose that he's going to launch his own airline. That's even though when it was failing, he was backing it up because he knew what he wanted as an entrepreneur. So that's how he created Virgin Atlantic or Virgin Airlines. So it's the same thing. Tesla, the same thing. Renewable energy. Everybody's driving Tesla today. Electric cars. It has always been here, but to push it to that next level, Tesla insisted that he's gonna crush people. He makes claims on TV and he goes out to do them. So he has a definite purpose. So if you're struggling in your relationship, I'm using this big example so that let's bring it down to where we are, because those guys are way ahead of us. We will get there, but it's gonna take time. So let's meet ourselves where we are. So where you are literally now in your relationship, maybe you're going to work, you're coming back, your spouse is not talking to you, you talk, there's no real conversation. It's just more of, have you eaten, have you not eaten, has the kids eaten, how are the kids doing, those basic conversations. Now there's a problem. That is a big problem. You have to constantly, every day, communicate your goals to your spouse, not by just talking. They will see you doing it, because that rubs off. They say success is like it's infectious, so is failure. So you as a leader in a family, because I always believe that everybody is a leader, but in a home, God will always single out one person to have that urge. Something needs to change. It might be the wife, it might be the husband, it can be anybody, but one person, not all of them, not everybody, one person in that family will always have that urge to, like, something is not right about this family. That person is the champion in the house. So he or she is how did they say it again? Single-handedly pulled up by God. That's why they are having that urge to do something. So that person has a responsibility to develop themselves. So that's my experience. I'm just sharing with you. So if you feel like you're that person but you don't know where to start, you look around you. Modeling is the best way I would recommend. Look at somebody that has done what you're trying to do and model them. Because you're not going to create a definite purpose in an instant. It's something that evolves. You have to go through experiences. Let me use myself as an example. When I started my online business, I had no idea what I was going to sell. Most people ask me, what am I going to sell? Or will I don't know. I don't know. But the point is, I got in with a burning desire. Something needs to change. I didn't know what it is, but I knew that something was. So when it came to paying the money, my desire was pushing me through. So I was going through the training like a humble student, a couple of videos, set up websites. I was doing all that. So, and I was reading books, and they were recommending books that I should read, which I believe that is where the nuggets are. So as I was reading these books, I started challenging myself. I started seeing myself as somebody that can actually make it happen. So I had this idea. In fact, this is how it happened for me. I was literally building the business, but I was neglecting my family, in the sense that I was still not talking to my spouse at that time, but I was working on the business. So one morning my spouse woke up and told me that, this marriage is not working, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I'm here. This is ego of my ego. I'm here, like, trying to build a business, because I was waking up literally like 3 o'clock in the morning before I go to work, which is like 5. 3 to 5. That's why 2 hours every day on a consistent basis. It's not just one night. You have to do this over like a 90-day period. That's when you know that you're serious about changing your life. It's not so gonna be like something you do on the cousin. So this was what I was dedicated that 2 hours to, that building that business. So one of those mornings she woke up and she was trying to she told me this marriage is not working, and I knew it wasn't working, but in my head I'm saying like the problem we have is we need more money, more money. So I was working on this business to grow it, to create more money. Now, that in that moment when she said that thing, normal me would be like, hello, yes, we can separate now. At least this is all I wanted. But due to the personal development I was experiencing in SFM training, something struck me. There's something Stewart said. He said, money will make you more of what you are. Money will make you more of what you are. So if what that means is, as I am there trying saying I'm building the business, even if I start making money in the online business, I will still neglect my spouse. I will still not be there with my children. That's where he created something called an ideal day. What do you want your day to look like when you wake up 5 years from now? Start living it today. So that gives you that purpose. The purpose is, what do you really want out of your life? I want, when I wake up, I'll be able to send emails to China, send products down to wherever, just do things, do my work in the morning, my business, and 8 o'clock, just the kids go to school. I want to be there. That was my idea. I was writing that down. So you memorize that. So what it does is you start living that day to day. It's because there's no tomorrow. You start take one or two things, because it's all different habits that needs to change. So I was still in the training. This is what happened. So I achieved all those ones, like being there with my kids and all that. So I had to create another one, bigger purpose. So now it's no longer me and my family. I started hearing, if you want anything in life, you have to help as many people as possible. So my challenge now is, how I've helped my family, how can I help the world? Because I know that there are so many families out there, parents who are struggling to spend. Some fathers are visitors to their children. Some mothers just feel disheartened. They are single. There's so much problem out there in the world. So what I do is I recommend them to do the same training and see if they can see what I saw. Because it's easy to say it worked for you because of certain circumstances, but I believe that God said that he can't give you a problem bigger than you. So you have to understand that if you're having an urge or something feeling inside you, God has actually singled you out to liberate your family. Like James said, liberate your family. It's a purpose. So you have to walk on the path, and the doors will start unfolding for you. Where money will come from, things you will sell, resources will show up on the way, and you can only do this by faith. So that's what I want to share with you on this video. So to find your definite purpose, you just have to know whether you have a gut feeling of something needs to change. Let that feeling guide you. Is your mind is the navigational tool of your life. It will tell you to do it, it will tell you not to. Always listen to the one that is always asking you, adding to your life, not the one that is telling you it doesn't work, or it's going to take time. You will always, because there's only two types of thoughts, positive and negative. Always try as much as possible to hold on to the positive one. Now, to give you one last thing to work with, create a mental picture of who you're going to be 5 years from now. Visualize that and start working towards being that person. If that person is confident, start developing self-confidence. If that person is a leader, start doing it today. If that person has a company, start yours today. Whatever that person has, you have to step into that shoe today. And that will lead you to that person, that purpose, gradually. It takes time to get there, but I guarantee you, once you start, it's an exciting journey to be, because things will just be happy. You will know that you will know that you're like floating in God's hand. That's the way it feels. You don't know what's going to happen next, but you always know that God is it's lifting you up. Basically, that's the way I feel. All right, so that's what I want to share with you guys. So if you haven't seen my video, there's a video where a guy asked me that he lost his job and can he start a business online. Moreover, if you like what I'm sharing, give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And there's a video I want to share with you where a guy asked me that he lost his job, can he start a business online? Now if you want to start a business online, I have a webinar every Saturday. Like most people will think webinar. No, this is live where you get to meet me. I have with other people that I work with, very fantastic people. All you just need to do is use the links in the description. It would give you all the details that you need. However, the video is showing up now. Have I lost my job? Can I start a business online? Check it out. I hope you find some value out of it as well. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.